LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and our FLEVT company. So I'm doing some work in the back. I got some things I got to do. Getting the customers ready to get their orders taken out the door. And we got a screen. Well, I got a screen. I got a coat. We don't show how we coat the screens down. This is for our portable outdoor and indoor acoustic front and rear screens that we charge only $167 for. Get out of the way, Taco, please. Thank you. Most affordable screen, high performance screen on the market. And pretty soon we will have the opportunity to be at a new location. This is the location when I start doing the videos and stuff at, demonstrating and bringing investors down for them to check out the technology. All right, sorry about that. I got sniffles, allergies is kicking my butt right now, so I'm just dealing with it. Yep, just dealing with it. So if you hear me blow my nose on camera, I do apologize. Now, I was dead serious about the global. Why not? That's an opportunity that I can't pass up. I mean, a couple years back, we would have never had the technology we got now. A screen that can absorb 100,000 lux of light. You know exactly where that puts that technology at? So what would be the best way to test this screen out? The best way to put this technology on the map. Then the challenge, have a global challenge. There are so many companies out there we can't get access to because first things first, they won't touch me with a 10-foot pole. So how about we put a challenge? How about we put their, let's put it this way, their experience, their knowledge, their capability, and they stand behind their product 100%. So they shouldn't have any problem going against our technology. You know, because it's one thing to say one thing, it's another thing to do it. So we put a challenge out there for companies, and the reason I'm saying for companies, and keep in mind, we're going to keep it for companies. And the reason why we're doing it this way, because I don't want people sending dumb stuff to the post office. A lawyer contacting me and said, oh, guess what? You can't do that. Well, you can do it, but you can't do it on that level. Because if you got anybody sending anything to United States Postal Establishment, this can get you in a lot of hot water. And I didn't even think about that when I was talking on camera. But we could actually address companies. Because companies are not going to do things that are they're not going to do bonkers stuff at the end of the day. Which means companies involving Partes paints, you're not getting out of this at all, period. I know you want to try to wiggle your way out of this, but you're not getting out of this. Companies, means you and Crow, guess what, are included on those lists that can send us stuff to the post office box for us to put against our products. Now, if we don't see anything in there from you, we already know from the door, and everybody else is going to know from the door. It's a global challenge. We'll have companies overseas that can send us stuff. We have companies here in the United States. Oh man, this is going to be freaking amazing. I am so excited over this. I sat there on camera talking about how bored I was because we can't find anything to challenge our screens because we've kind of ran out of stuff. And I'm thinking like, that is the perfect challenge. It's exciting. Who knows what we're going to bump into? Who knows what companies out there that's existing, that's developing interesting technology we can get a chance to go side by side with. This is what I'm talking about when I tell you that these freaking crackpot screen paint products out here, not those particular two, are fake products. Because a real deal product has no problem with backing their product up 100%. If we go to your front door, we whip out a debit card to buy your stuff, and I end up with cancellations in my hand, that tells me from the door your product is not what it is. It's fake. It's phony. You can't back it up. I don't know why no one even saw that from the door when we had all the cancellations popping through. Now, they're used excuses like, oh, we don't deal with scammers and this, that, and the other. If I'm a scammer, why the freak would I be at your front door buying your product? No, my product doesn't work and yours is better. Do you think when you speak? Like, Larry, think about that. If your product is so superior over mine, and you can beat my product hands down with no problem, why in the world would I be at your door buying your product to put on a live YouTube stream to have everybody watching your product beat my product? That would be the dumbest thing anyone could ever do. All right then my product must work. If I came to your door about 7 times and dropped $700 in your banking account to buy your product, even had an entire state removed, even had an entire marketplace removed, and then with Jamie on the other hand, $1,900. That's just the first set. We're not talking about eBay. We had orders on eBay that were canceled out. We had an eBay listing removed, all kinds of stuff. So again, me being a scammer, as you said in your demonstrations, and this is another thing too that you're getting nailed in court about, because again, it's going to come up. Mr. Bird, did you purchase from these individuals? Yes, I did. Here's my receipts. I ordered from these guys. So again, and your YouTube videos clearly show that my product's dark. It doesn't work. It doesn't pick up. So why would you cancel the orders if you knew your product was superior? Ah, you didn't think about that, did you? That's going to use to get you in court, by the way. That's involved in the $1 million lawsuits. But anyway, let's move past that. We got things to do. Anyway, so I am going to be looking at that box. I'm going to that box. The challenge is going to be for, I thought about 2 months, but 2 months, I'm ruining the fun for myself. So I'm going to make it 6. I'll make it 7, 6. That's God's favorite number. Because I want to have some fun with this. I want to see what we're going to get, the possibilities. I don't want to basically make it too short, then I'll basically lose out on the opportunity. So we'll make it 7. So that'll be great. And that gives you guys plenty of time to ship it over. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever. Now see, I was willing to pay for this stuff. And I did. I did come to you with money. Now you're going to ship it to me for free because you don't have a choice. Because if you don't ship it for free at the end of the day, people are going to know even more that you're free. I'll go ahead, drop your $60 in, send it to me so we can go to do the test. And we can see if your product is actually worth our time. But again, that's a waste of my time to begin with because we know it's not, because we already have cancellations. I'm more interested in the big companies out there, the big corporations. Now, we've done just about everything in elite screens. We did everything in daylight screens. We have Black Diamond over here. Only thing I don't have of theirs is the carbon, which I know the carbon can pick up. It don't need 8,000 to pick up. That's protocol talk. That thing could pick up probably at 50. It probably could easily pick up at 50 because the diamond picked up at 50. So I know for a fact that thing could pick up at 50. So I don't believe that for a hot second. I should show him that video. Say, hey, you know your screen picked up at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment? So he knows it does. He doesn't require certain specifications as it's claimed. It does exactly. It does better than that. But anyway, we've done just about everything we can get our hands on. So what haven't we done? So that's up to these companies to send us exactly what they have. And keep in mind, I will be emailing some of these companies saying, oh, I forgot we did all those already. So what's the point of that? Well, we have the whatchamacallit coming in. We have the smarter screen surface coming in. And I am on Vividstorm's site. I wonder if they got anything new because I've tested the rest of their stuff. 7 months. Oh, well, let's see what we find. But anyway, we're going to have it on our forum sites everywhere. We're going to be advertising this everywhere, even our sites, everything. This huge global challenge. And for us, like I said, it's a chance for us to get out there and see what's new. Because I'm always willing to try and test against other products, which as you've seen before. And on top of that, let me put it this way. On top of that, it gives me the ability to say on camera that without our technology, your image doesn't exist. If we literally can beat everyone around the globe, do you have any idea what kind of credibility that gives my company at the end of the day? That's why I explain to you when I tell you I do the research. We bring products in here. Do you see these guys buying products, bringing stuff in? No. Because this stuff would crush your screens. You see them test against diamond? No. Daylight technology? No. You see them get smarter screen technology? No, they won't touch any of that stuff. They're just happy by being in dark environments and talking trash. That's it. You have to back up your product. And now this gives you the opportunity that you're going to now send your product to me for free. I ain't going to pay a dime out of my pocket. Because now your credibility, again, is on the line. Now, are they going to send or not? I'm going to tell you something from the door. We're not going to see anything from them. I'm going to tell you right from the door. If we got cancellations and we gave them money and we still didn't receive it, there's no way in the world they're shipping that stuff over to us. So there you go. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah, the global challenge is the real thing. It's going to happen. We're setting up a post office box. I'm going to different forum sites that I'm on right now and announcing that our product is #1. It is the best in the world. And we are challenging companies to send us samples of their products to put against our technology and live streams. And these will be done on the places that I rented out. High-end, nice, beautiful settings to have these screens on display in this environment. So, yes, I was dead serious about that. You have to have confidence in your product to make a statement like that. Either you're a fool, or either basically you just have a ton of confidence you can back your products up. And we're not fools because we've tested screens and we beat screens. We have screens here we can take out. So when I tell you at the end of the day that the only technology that will allow your screen, for right now, for what I haven't seen yet, but I'm just saying for what we have done so far on the market, we are the only ones. And if you don't believe me, then hey, go buy the screen, waste your money, and I'll get a sample and I'll knock it out. We have them here already. Now, once we complete this task, say our box is empty. Say nothing's in there at all, period. Then that's even better, because it tells us at the end of the day that they already know what we are and they won't even come near us with a 10-foot pole. What makes our products extremely dangerous is the fact it's the price point. Now, Sarah screens were like ridiculously, insanely expensive, all right? They can clearly say, well, you look, at least at the end of the day, we don't cost like $70,000 for that stuff. I mean, we're a little cheaper than them, but they can't say that because we're actually cheaper than them. No white screen on the face of the planet. Don't send Jack in because you know from the door your stuff is going to get white. So that alienates any white screen cannot send anything to us because, again, it's not going to work. A white screen can't take our technology. White screens can't take our technology at 50, can't take our technology at 1,000. How would it even work? They can't generate Infinity 1. So what you're going to go against is something called a Black Legendary Spartan. Something newer engineering. That's what you're going to go against. And if the other Spartan was lethal, this one's far worse. It's 100% ability to be able to absorb sunlight. At 60%, these screens were absorbing sunlight. We saw in the demonstration that screen absorbing that sunlight. That's a 60% technology. This will peak at 100%. So, if you want to brag about ambient light rejection technology, I can take you outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and watch your screen actually disappear. That's what you're going to be facing. The first Spartan we're going to bring out, that thing was so terrifying, and we didn't even show the screen off, that we had people that literally locked their shopping carts and removed entire states. You know who you are because you were facing the Spartan. We're coming that day to order your product to put against it. They'll cancel orders, they'll commit fraud, they'll do anything to stay away from it. And some companies, the more high-end companies, they'll basically ignore us. Or they'll advise us to go to somebody else. They'll push us on somebody else, which we had somebody do that. And then for some people saying, so well, how do you benefit from? Oh, benefits like crazy, because at the end of the day, we can show at the end of the day that our product basically challenged the world. You know how much confidence level you have to have to do that? So that means we're going to have people on, we've got people on board already for ad tech already. But the fact that to know that people are investors are going to be backing a company that can literally go out and challenge anything. We have the ability, you have to understand, that all our technology is developed by God. Our knowledge is infinity, which means there is no barriers we can't climb or go through, whatever we have to do at the end of the day. And we can develop technology in 20 minutes. This stuff you're seeing right here on this the cardboard box, everything we have, the portable screens, the stuff I showed you, the tons and tons of paint that we developed in the Crystal Itch site that we don't even use, all that stuff in there has passed every single test we threw underneath of it, even the most insane, crazy ones we threw. All that technology in there can take certifiers out, knock out white screens, destroy gray screens. Yeah. And all that technology was developed in 20 minutes. So what it takes a company to develop a screen that may take them a couple of years, maybe like a year, 6 months or so forth, we can engineer in 20 minutes. Do you have any idea how much technology we can develop in 1 year? So all that product sitting on the Crystal Itch site is still legit. Now under the FLE, under 77, we call it element 77, as I told you, we got 4 elements. 4 elements, but you can't tell you what they are. And we're going to actually get those into trademark secrets because, again, we get to the point until we get to that part, it has to be trademark secrets. But those 4 elements allow us to take all that technology sitting on this page and convert it into FLE, capability. It also gives us the ability to turn all that technology into rear technology. That's what the Lord gave us. He said, you know what? We're just going to take the technology already have and we can redesign it. So Spartans are phantoms. And the phantom was the screen that popped up that Danny claimed that he beat. And that's the screen he was afraid of. That's why he locked the shopping carts. I told you from the door, no one locks shopping carts when they're on vacation. Who does that? You got to make money, don't you? All right then. No one locks shopping carts. We've all been to eBay. You popped and see the merchant saying, hey, I'm on vacation. You can place your order. I'll take care of it when it gets back. I did it when I was on Disney World. I had orders pushing through. Yeah, I'm on vacation. And they would call me. I'm sorry to call you on vacation, so and so and so, but I just placed my order. Yeah, we're going to be back at this particular time if you haven't saw on the website, and we got you. There you go. That's it. You locked your shopping carts because you didn't want the order to go through. Because if the order went through, that means you would have to cancel it, and that means it would give you another cancellation, which you didn't want because you already had 7 of them. So what you did was you got the dumb idea, not brilliant, dumb idea to go in and lock the shopping carts to keep me from making an order. Then when you got back from vacation, you went in and removed the entire state. You think I wasn't going to recognize that? Now, if you tried to use a cop-out by saying, oh, we don't ship to Pennsylvania, we never have, then that means the receipts that I have wouldn't exist, because in order to get the receipts, I have to show what state and what state's connected to my debit card or credit card or whatever, an order, even address, in order to go in to get the items. So you removed an entire state. So you didn't just remove an entire state from me, you alienated all of Pennsylvania. People who don't even know you and people that would get to know you can't buy from you because you removed the entire state because of us. Do you have any idea what kind of credibility that puts on my record at the end of the day towards you? You can talk about your products being the best, this, and this, it doesn't make a difference. You removed an entire state of Pennsylvania. And that's the part he doesn't get, he hasn't processed yet. You can't sell your product anywhere because we literally have that over top of your head. And on top of that, the cancellations. But let's see if you can back your products up again, because like I said, when the global challenge comes out, you can just send it over there. Now, like I said, am I expecting to see it? No, I'm not expecting it. Okay, cancellations, I'm not expecting to see jack from them at all, period. They're just going to ignore it, cry, carry on camera like they usually do. That's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to the big companies. That's what I'm looking for. That's what makes me excited. Not you guys, because this stuff don't work anyway. I'm more excited about the companies we haven't had a chance. Number one, called XYZ. That's another company right there. I am dying to get my hands on. IWA, yeah, I want your screen. Vivistorm, I want your screen over here. What's another company? It's another one that makes it too. Vivistorm, GM Go makes one. Yeah, we want y'all screens. Now we know they're not going to do well because your screens are kind of a light gray kind of material. So, no. I love it when I do tons of demonstrations on why gray screens and white screens don't do well. Every once in a while we'll get that person that'll call us up just to debate. I know try to debate with me about a gray screen. Let me ask you a question. How long you been in the field? How much testing have you done? That's it? Okay. I've done so much testing on gray screens, not just gray paints. I've done Firehawk G4, G5. I've done Seymour AV 1.3. I did the matinee black, matinee silver. I've done all those. I've done all the Daylight's light gray screens, Cinema Gray 5, 5D, Cinema Gray 3D, Cinema Gray. And you don't come in here and tell me about, these are high performance gray and silver screens. And you're going to tell me that, well, I saw a screen in a full lit environment I walk. That's because your eyes are not trained to see perfection. You look at, I see that screen, anyone who developed dark gunmetal technology looks at that screen and goes, that's washed out. Colors are not supposed to be that bland at all, period. Let me show you. I'm here doing some cleaning. So right there, we have a 50 lumen projector. We're going to be doing a demonstration outside, completely cordless, no power, on a 50 lumen projector portable outside. I'm also going to be showing off my Optima. Now, Optima P1, Optima $37 projector that can read an infinity contrast level, a 100% black level, something that the P2 can't read at 2,000,001 on a gray screen. Now, if the P2 were to hit our screen, the 2-man-to-1 option would not be needed because you can just turn it off, because again your screen's black. It's a waste of money that you had to pay that for that option that you will never be able to see on a gray screen. But if you were to take the Optimum P2 and put it in a fully lit environment, which it should be when you're showing contrast levels, produce a star field, that screen will turn gray. Other hand, the Optima we have over here, which is $37, 600 by 800, 720p, and I forgot the contrast level, I gotta look it up. We can hit that with our black technology and it'll read the star field in a fully lit environment. There you go. I tell you from the door, you get what you pay for. You get a bad screen, your projector doesn't work. Let me see, I'm trying to find something here. Where are the fire sticks? Fire sticks are over there. No, we don't have the fire sticks. Can we go back to the fire sticks? We did the fire sticks. Yeah, we did the fire sticks. Okay, cool. We did the fire sticks. Let me see. I don't have my hands on something. So I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna stand here. So I got parts all over my desk because I'm working on some projects myself. So, my working on my props for my my new gaming PC involving my Fallout. Putting a nuclear generator. So I have to build that. And put the solar so Mr. Curiosity doesn't come and go, what the frick is that? I want to go mess with it. All right, so this screen right here is all cardboard. This right here is using our Alpha Cinemax black technology. Pretty soon, these monitors are going to be gone because I ordered a set of nice Pico projectors. I was trying to get my hands on the Dell, but the merchant doesn't have the Dell anymore, but I'm going to get a Dell. The Dell with 300 lumens. We have a Kodak coming in at 150 lumens. So this whole desk is going to be set up with Pico projectors. I'll be getting rid of these pretty soon. And as for the cardboard and tape, because I had to reinforce this is going to be glued down today, painted black with our black technology. And I'm going to put where the little lines are at, I'm going to actually have that all set in with the chasing LED lights because I want to bring the whole desk to life. But anyway, let's show you this. So we're going to grab, I need my battery pack for that. But you're going to be on here for a while. Cords, cables, cord, cable, cord, cords, cable, cords. Everywhere, always everywhere. Cable, cords. All right, let me see. There we go. 50 lumen projector. That's it. That's all we need. And you can see how well lit my desk is. No dark corners, no dark pockets, none of that. Because these lights we have over top makes direct contact with my desk. Put our 50 lumen projector here. Let's get ourselves a fire stick. Let me see. Fire stick. Oh, here's over here. Because it's for that setup over here. I'm actually making me a portable screen out of cardboard today. So we're going to be showing that off outside. I like this particular projector right here because it doesn't require any power. So right here, this is where you can put your cell phone charger if you want to charge it. 2 hours on here. So plug our fire stick in here, and then we'll plug that's for powering it. So power your fire stick, and then this will be your HDMI. You got your phono jack right here, and that's it. It's all set up and ready to go. That's what I'm setting up here pretty soon. I'm going to have a whole little tripod system that's going to connect from over here, and it's going to drop down here, and it's going to allow me to project to my screens. So here we go. Now, I can't explain this enough. For people who have gray and white screens, let me tell you something. You'll show up on this projector. It's the quality you're going to be able to pull. That's the problem. The quality. Because you have to understand. You say, well, we work. Yes, you do. You do work with these projectors. Heck, you work with all my projectors in here. But your quality sucks. So if I need to generate a 100% star field from one end to the next of this cardboard box setup over here, you can't give me that. You can't even display off my desk if I need it. You won't work outside. You don't work in movie theater, dedicated theater rooms where you had you in there. You don't work. You can't fool the contrast level. If I'm watching Batman, Batman's armor is not gray. It's black. See what I'm getting at here? If I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm playing a night mission, it's supposed to be black, not gray. If I turn my lights on and that screen washes out, guess what? That tells me your ambient light rejection technology is failing. So yes, you can be painted on any one of these surfaces. You can paint it to the ceiling, the floor, all of that. Your quality is horrible. That's people upgrade to darker screens because they need to be able to pick up that contrast level. But the problem is when you have these screens, you still have to spend a lot of money for projectors with high contrast to fix the problem. And it still doesn't work. See how beautiful that looks? It's on a cardboard United States Postal shipping box. That's on a projector that costs $75 and it's 50 lumens under the 720p mark. So this is what it should look like every time I turn that machine on. See my monitors here? It looks just like a monitor. This is why I can replace these monitors with Pico projectors and stick them up here and use them for my monitors instead. This one does portrait on my computer right over there. All right, so let's show you something here. YouTube, because I get this all the time. We'll paint stuff in, and I go, we can paint the same thing in 2. Yeah, you can, but your quality is horrible. I watched that demonstration, and I had to go back here on that Frankenstein. We had videos on that, which actually were deleted off his account, but we got the videos. And he had this screen inside of a box, pushed against the window, and the reds were completely, the screen was just washed out horribly. And he sat there and said, look at the quality, look at the image. Just because you can see it, doesn't mean it's going to be all that great if the image is washed out. You have to be, the image has to be intact. And I see that with a lot of, not just him, don't put the blame on him, not just him, but other companies have done this. I've watched other companies do this stuff. And the image will be so washed up, and because they can see it and they'll say, oh, it's immaculate. And look at, you can see the image coming up crystal clear. No, it's horrible. I'd rather just buy a TV. See, that's how it's supposed to look. So well, I can disconnect all these monitors in here and run this projector in a fully lit environment, and this is what I should pick up. That's an FLE, that's our Cinemax Black technology. Now, if I take a gray screen, your gray paint, and I paint all of this, right? Matter of fact, I don't have to buy your stuff. I'll just make that stuff you make for free. It's your product. You use the Metallica Mix 2.0. I think it's for free. Yeah, I'll make it for free. Because again, you have it showing you how to make it for free anyway. Unless you can show otherwise by putting that paint against the paint that you have now. If you're claiming that that particular mixture is different, then what you need to do is make that product live on YouTube stream so we can all see it. Put it against the other product to show there's a massive difference between the two. If you can't, that's a free product. That's yours. So we're going to make that, and I'll show you that it's just not going to work. And if you say it's different, and please don't say that, because you're going to paint yourself into a corner, my man. You can't get yourself out of. It's just best you don't say anything at all. We're talking about Jamie. He has a habit of running his mouth too much. We make that stuff on camera, that 2.0. Everybody can see it. The ingredients is up there. If you make that statement by saying, oh, but it's not, the Cinemax is different, oh my goodness gracious, man, you're going to paint yourself into a corner. I'm going to challenge you to put that against your product, which you were supposed to do that 4 years ago. It was called a black and white paint challenge. He was supposed to put that free mixture against all the rest of his paints. See, in that one, he can't go in there and mess and tamper with it. Because you know why? We all know what's in it because we watched the demonstration. We watch you make it on camera. He won't do it. So don't make that statement. We'll make it. We'll bring it. We're going to bring it. We're going to make it. And basically, you can make it out of anything. You don't have to have that particular what he had. You can sit there and lie and say, oh, you have to that particular paint. No, you don't. I made that stuff on camera. And I got it to match one of your mixes that wasn't included. It was the personal mix versus the Metallica mix, and it matched. The Metallica Mix 2.0 mixture versus Network Gray, not the Network Gray, it was the Cinemax, and it matched. So don't get on camera and please don't say that, oh, we have a different version. Then show us. Don't just talk it, show it. But mind you, if you do it, you'll be completing what we asked you 4 years ago, which was never done. And the reason why it was never done, because it would have matched. Now, you could send the product in, part of the global challenge. Hey, whatever you want. Send Frankenstein, whatever. We had everything in we had all your stuff anyway. Send something. Hey, send that new stuff in. Send that in. Something. And if you ignore it, then, we just know from the door that you can't back yourself up again. But until then, I'm not going to waste my time buying your stuff. It's a waste of time. I got $1,900 worth of cancellations on you, and you crying on the receipts. Does that sound like I'm going to waste my time dealing with that nonsense again? No. You got the mixture for free. We have it on the blacklist. It's right there. It's all over YouTube. It shows you how to make the product. So that's what we're going to make, and that's what we're going to put against and show you at the end of the day that it was not going to pick up. Also, we're going to have this outside. We got a screen we're going to build, so we're going to do, let me see, make a good size screen for our portable outdoor screen. I'm going to figure out the size we want. We're going to make a portable cardboard screen to go outside. 4K demonstrations. I love these little projectors. These things are small. They're portable. Yeah, portable and small would be the same thing, I know. Like I said, this has a 2-hour battery charge on it. And again, no lamps. You have to replace nothing. Whisper quiet. I freaking love it. Yeah. Since you cheated on the apple barrel challenge that I put out, we're going to take your free mix that you have, and we're going to make that on camera, and we're going to put that against all the paints that we want to put against, because you got it anyway, might as well. It's free. And if you sit there on camera and say, that's not my product, it is your product. You're literally in the video making the product, so you're going to make it for free. Now, how that video came the way it is, I told you from the door that he used to make products for free. He never sold anything. He just gave his products away for free. He ranted and got upset with the other people who made products because he said they were ripping people off because they were selling their products and he was giving his away for free. Look what he's doing now. Yeah, I told you, he's a hypocrite. Anyway, so that's how that product ended up on camera. But he tried to delete, it was a bunch of them. There was a bunch of those. He tried to delete all of them. He missed one. Somebody got a recording of one of them and sent it to us. Say, hey, look, check this out. This is how he makes his product. And that's how we got it. That's how we figured it out. So we started ordering his stuff like crazy and bringing it over and making the mixture to see how close the stuff would match. And it was shocking. It all matched. The only thing that didn't match was the darker mixes. And the darker mixes pretty much did the exact same thing. If you know about the scoop system and the tone system when you make screen paints, you know that it starts off with a white base and it starts off with black paint to convert it over into gray. But if you're doing something called a reversal is what they did back in the day. If you didn't want to drop a ton of white paint into a ton of white paint into a ton of black paint into white paint, getting mixed up here. It would just take too long to convert it. You would just waste so much black paint doing this. It's easier if you start the base off with being black paint and then you drop the white paint instead. It changes faster and it's less paint. So we calculated it was six scoops of white paint. We got the UV mix. It popped up because we had it here. We had an unboxing video showing us buying this stuff and it came here. We got it. So with that, the Frankenstein is only off by 1 scoop. That's it. That's all he's been doing. He's just mixing black and white paint together. That's what you're buying. So that's why I said, I thought to myself, now I try to do it where if we get the rest of his products down here, I like to be thorough about what I do. So if I sit here and I say, okay, we have that free mixture, that black white mixture he made, the Metallica 2.0, we can just represent that for all his products. No, that would be wrong. You can't do that. What if one of his products does actually work and function differently? Then what we did was we bought his stuff. So we've had unboxes of his stuff already. And then we have it, we went in and bought it again. And this is where we received all these cancellations. We had problems on eBay, stuff like that, because you got exposed. and he tried to make it difficult for us to buy the products. So now knowing what we know, why would I go in and buy the Cinemax? I tested the Cinemax. I tested all your products already. We had the video demonstrations right there. And we put challenges. I sit there and stay on camera. If I'm wrong about this, if I completely falsified the demonstration, feel free to do it yourself. Now, the only demonstration he did was the Cinemax versus Network Gray. And how did that turn out? Didn't turn out so well, did it? All right then. And there you go. There you go. So, with that being said, the only thing we need to touch now is just the Metallica 2.0, because when we found out when we did the testing, when we had his products down here, it matches his stuff. You got it right there on the blacklist. You can check it out yourself. I'm just making the products live on camera and showing you that this is how many scoops we put in for this one, how many scoops we put in for that one, this one, this one. We're able to make all his products. The reason why I figured it out so fast, two ways, because number one, the black and white mixture he showed you how to do. But in one video, which he deleted off his account, shows all his paints together, and it shows them without the tops. And if you look at them, you go, oh shoot, these things are only about a couple of scoops of black from each one. Yeah, that's what it is. 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. That's all it was. So when he did the Network Gray, yeah, that's even worse, because you don't have to mix anything with that. So technically, like I said, all I have to do is just pick up, make your product, which you have made for free. And that's it. And if you get on camera and you scream and yell, which we know you are, and say, oh, that's not, they're two different mixes, they're not the same. Don't talk it, show it. No one cares about you run your mouth on camera, show it. Go down to Lowe's or Home Depot, right around the corner from your crib, go pick it up, take it back, do a live stream, don't pop, make sure all the containers are sealed, nothing's open up like that apple barrel nonsense, and show it. Because that free mix we're about to make, I'm going to put that against that apple barrel. I'm going to show you that stuff is going to blend right on it, and it's going to match. Oh, here we go. Let's get the white doggies over here. White doggies. I haven't been able to watch anything on Prom at the Fallout. I just haven't found anything. Fallout was good. If you ever watched it, you're missing out. Even if you're not a Fallout fan, you still got to watch it. It's that good. And I'm not a Fallout fan. I played a couple of the games. That's about it. Not a real big fan on it. But after I saw the... I never gave it a chance. Like, I never really played the game all the way through. I never really gave it a chance. Now I'm back playing the game. It's freaking fascinating as I don't know what. There's our white levels at 50 lumens. Now this is another thing real quick, a kicker, that for Daniel, Danny, or Roger, you call yourself, and Jamie. You did demonstrations against our black technology, claiming that the technology couldn't read in your environments and our screens came up super dark. I can do this in the courtroom. Matter of fact, I'm going to have you paint my screen in. I'm going to have you take the very same product that you slandered, you're going to paint my screen in, and you're going to set the whole thing up, and we're all going to watch it together. And let's see if it duplicates your video, which we're going to have on display. This is stuff you're going to go through. So if you can't match it, guess what? Cha-ching! You're going to lose some money, a lot of money, because those involve the $1 million lawsuits. That's why we're bringing all this stuff in. But anyway, until they get back to that global, yes, we're definitely going to have it. We're definitely going to have a global. Definitely going to have it. So, if your screen has been using ambient light controlled environments, if you've been using high-powered machines to enhance your picture capabilities, keep in mind, if you become a part of that challenge, you will have none of that. You'll be in really, really high-powered, well-lit environments. Heck, you're going to be in a commercial environment. That's where you're going to be at, technically, to tell you the truth. We're going to have you in a commercial environment. That's why I'm renting out a couple of spots to do these demonstrations at. That's where you're going to be at. Commercial lighting. You've seen what the, use those ultra short throw projector setups. You've seen where we put ultra short throws at. Those suckers sit right under commercial lighting. And you'll have to be to ring up a 100% infinity black level while doing it. You're going to go through the same brutal testing we go through. Except for, you're going to go through an FLE technology. You seen what that stuff looked like? We showed them up close. It looked just like TVs. If you saw that quick short that we showed off the FLE, how powerful it is. Yeah, that's 60%. They look like TVs. And that's on a 720p projector that was firing off that screen. Yep, sirree. Now, am I in the process of trying to put any... No, I don't want to put any of these companies out of business. Heck no. I just want to prove at the end of the day that our product's better. That's it. That's what any company wants to do. Any company wants to prove that their product is better. Let's see if Danny and Jamie are willing to do a global challenge. Now, the one thing you're going to have to worry about is one of your customers is eventually, someone's going to send us your stuff. It's going to happen. But why should your customer have to send it? Why should they have to go through? Why can't you send it over? So we're going to set up a section on the page. It's going to talk about the global, what it's all about, why we're making a challenge, why we feel our products are number one. And we're going to have companies of main interest that will be posted onto that site. It's the first time you guys will land on one of our pages. Your name will be up there, your name, requesting you to send your product over to back it. Now, Jamie, even though we know we've had your product down there, we tested it, send it down. Send it on to Frankenstein. I am dying to put that against a diamond technology. A diamond technology is really good. So I can't wait to see it. I'm still surprised that I looked at the specifications, they really market that screen up like that. 50 lumens. It read at 50 lumens, which is really good. We read at 50 lumens. Let's get some other white knuckles in here. LG snowboarding. Ooh, Mr. Tiger.
Pro Plan Sport, incredible happens here.
Comes down to, the other companies, we know they're legit. We know they're legit. We know they're going to do it. You know? But what it comes down at the end of the day is, I need to know that my product is number one. And those people can sit out there and say, oh, well, customers don't have no problem with it. It's the people who make the products have a problem with it. Because we keep raising the bar. Every time we raise the bar, customers are probably coming to that, oh, how come you're not doing what Mr. Bird is doing? Mr. Bird is doing a global challenge. He's challenging everybody. How about you guys? How about y'all send your product? There you go. How about you guys send your product down there and show him that your product's better? Excuse me, Taco, I got to say this. I do apologize. More than one way to skin a cat. If you're going to cancel orders on me, I'm going to get your product down here one way or another. And there's other ways to do it. But your customers will pressure you to send that product down here. So either they're going to buy it and bring it to us, and you're not going to tamper and mess with it. If it comes over here, and that's not going to come to the post office box, and it shows that the product was tampered and messed with, it means you sent a fraudulent product to the United States Postal Service, and this will get you in a ton of hot water. So you're going to have to send legit. On top of that, it's going to look bad for you. Like Jamie did. Jamie committed 2 accounts of post office mail fraud. It's going to look bad for you that you literally tampered with a product because you were afraid because it doesn't work. Because you lied on camera. So, I don't know how you got, well, it's not my, I don't even care how you try to figure it out. We try to make it so they can't figure out any sneaky ways to get around it. There's no sneaky ways to get around it. If it doesn't show up, then we know. If it does show up, then we'll know. If a customer grabs it from you, and if they mention my name, and you cancel that order on them, or deny them the order, they're going to know, and everybody else is going to know. So that's not going to be good. So there's really no way around of this. Oh well. Now, like I said, that's the dilemma they're facing. For the other companies, I'm excited because, hey, there could be a company in Dubai. Heck, there could be a company in England. There could be a company in France. Anywhere in the world, it could be something that I don't even know about, I've never even heard of. And I'll get a chance to experience it. Am I worrying about my screen loses? Yeah, if my screen loses at the end of the day, I don't care about that. I get a chance to experience new technology. Any screen that can come against one of ours and takes it down, that is a technology I'm interested in knowing about. You missed the opportunity. That's the thing about it. If you come to they don't go to my website, they don't buy my stuff. They don't buy my stuff. Only one person bought from me, and that was the 2.0. That was it. That was it. And he had to go in. He went in and tampered with the product, and just that's why he's going through. He got lawsuit coming up against him for batch number violation in small claims court. But anyway, you guys had an opportunity, and you didn't take the opportunity because you lied about my product. You claimed it was all these things, and if you ever had the real product, you know at the end of the day what's going to happen. So this will look pretty bad on you on camera. This is why we requested the black paint. We never received it. Matter of fact, I requested the black paint from all of them. I gave them all of them the opportunity to send us the black paint, and they still haven't. So we didn't get anything. As a matter of fact, once I get the post office box established and everything's done, I'm going to request it again. And I'm going to give you 6 months to have my black paint down here. So let's put some more pressure on you. Not only are you going to have your product down here for testing, but you're going to have my black paint down here. You know what happens when that stuff hits here and it doesn't match your stuff. It's going to make you look bad. And this is evidence going to be used against you in court, so you know that. Or they can't send it down. Well, we got you. Yeah, what's the point? They can't send it anyway. They're scared. They can't even put it. Well, we have addresses, so we know already. But in your mind, at the end of the day, you're still scared to send your address down, even though we already have it. So now what? So you might as well send it down anyway. It's shocking that I literally have to have this conversation about these individuals. All the other companies, we don't have these talks. It's like, okay, they're going to send it down. Okay, that's cool. All right, they're sending it. These guys, you got to put in all kinds of rules and regulations in because they figure sneaky ways to try to weasel the way out of things. Now, you had no problem sending it to Daniel. You had no problem sending it to Daniel. That's Sound Wave 5. You had no problem sending it to him. But yet, at the end of the day, you can't send it over here to us. And we paid for it. What was the problem? Oh, that's because he would have lied if your product didn't work. We're not going to lie. If it don't work, it don't work. And he got on camera talking about some testicles in the water. I don't know what the heck that's about. About some King's Challenge. Well, King Challenge doesn't work if you remove an entire state of PA and you cancel it already from the door. I kind of take off too well. I was like challenging another king for, well, I'm not calling myself a king, I never would, but there's only one king, and that's Jesus. But anyway, as I said before, it's like challenging a country, and you never show up for the battle. Like, what the frig are that? They didn't show? What you mean it didn't show? You didn't talk all that trash, you didn't even show up. Oh, you know what? Forget it. We're done. Let's go back home. And then a couple years later, they're in there talking about some King's Challenge. King's Challenge. We're going to challenge you to this ultimate battle, blah, 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 blah. And they don't show up again. Like, what the freak, really? There you go. And keep in mind, your credibility is already damaged. You're like, isn't it the same army that didn't show up the first time? Like, well, should we really bring anything out to tell you the truth? They're not going to show up anyway. There you go. That's what you literally have done to yourself. So I don't have any confidence in you guys ever being able to do anything correctly because you've done this. We have cancellations on you. Yep. Now for the other companies, I'm more interested in, I'm curious what Japan has. I've scoured technology in Japan. I've scoured technology in Dubai. These are like these countries that develop heavy technology. I actually have a friend of mine who actually travels back and forth to Dubai for business. And she has scoured for me to get information if there's anything out there that we need to see. Anything out there. And every time I talk to somebody from another country, the first thing they say out of their mouth is, we don't have anything like that over here. Every single time. I literally, from Digital One all the way up to here, I literally have a screen in every country, even Madagascar. In every country. Can you say that? I can. You can look up on my global right now. It shows all our screens where they hit at with the technology we have now. Just about. With this technology we have. And every time I talk to somebody from another country, hey, do you have a distributorship down here? Are you guys selling down here? That stuff would make a killing down here because it's not down here. No one has that technology. Ooh, to have it global. I'm going to make myself a plaque for this thing. Global. And that means that any distributor overseas is going to want that technology. But in order for you to be able to make that challenge and to do that, you have to have testing. You have to back yourself up. Like I said, if you can tell me what range gain is, I'll come in, I'll take time off my day, set up something on ABS forms, set up a room or a form site, and put in explaining what range gain is. And I want to see video demonstration. I want to see actual proof that it's actually existing. Set it up. So we can all come in and watch. I'll come in with no problem. Send me a link, I'll pop in. Now, if you keep in mind, if you send me a link to some dumb nonsense at the end of the day, then all the more, that's more evidence against you or me challenging your company in court that you went on YouTube, you went on and you basically talked about a company, advertised a company, made a page based on a product that is really actually more fictional and it doesn't really, the specifications don't work. Then you added a PayPal shopping cart and charge people for something that you can't even back up that doesn't exist. It's going to get you jail time and some major lawsuits and fines. So I would advise you take it seriously. You know, we request that, hey, look, can you explain this to us? What exactly is range gain? Show us proof that we can paint a screen in with the same paint, and if we paint it in a different direction, or I don't know how they do it, so you said some kind of paint technique on how to paint it, whatever, it changes the game. So you're going to have to show proof of that. Like if I sit there and tell my customer, say I can take a 50 millimeter projector and I can basically show it off a cardboard box that's all black using our technology. There you go. The fabric screens we just did, the ones for $167, what did I do? I took a black piece of fabric. That fabric you seen over there, you know what kind of fabric that is? That's professional blackout cloth that they use for home theater setup to block the light from coming through the windows. That thing is ultra black. We laid that against our screens to show at the end of the day that even though the screen's fabric, it's not everyday fabric. We're not just selling you a black surface at the end of the day. We did the same thing with our blackout cloths. We gave away free blackout cloths to our customers. It's black. So just so the customer doesn't think that he can basically take the black surface and get the same thing, that's why those test demonstrations on there show that giant 129-inch screen with the surface ripped down the middle, and our product is the only one pushing through. Because without our technology on that black surface, it doesn't work. That's the stuff you have to be to back up. So when Fernando went on YouTube and did the demonstration by saying our product was nothing more than black cloth, we would dub that. I know you deleted it, but we dubbed it. We got a copy of it. You're being sued on that because you went out and did a false demonstration, claiming my product, mentioning my product's name, saying that our product was nothing more than black fabric. You can't back that theory up in court. It's going to cost you a cool $850,000. Statements made that we're using special equipment to make our screens brighter on our cell phones. You can't back that up. You're getting sued. Wait, Daniel has a lawsuit coming toward him because he made a statement. He said something about how we use 4,000 lumen projectors and high lumen projectors to get our images to produce. Gentlemen, the minute you walk onto YouTube and you make these statements and they go out here and there and someone believes in this, you can be sued for this. This is slander, defamation. I can sue you from court for this. And since we know where you live at now, Mr. McAfee, yes, you're getting sued for that. Next time that you do a product review, make sure you have my actual product because they're going to ask, do you have the actual product? Is that the actual product? You're going to have some problems on your hands with that one because you never had my product. You guys never purchased anything from me. If you say you got it from a customer, then you're going to have to name the customer because we have a list of our customer transactions on our PayPal accounts and who ordered what. We can go back for many years and pick all that up. Or basically, if we can get access to that, they can get access to it. Whatever files we need. So where did you get it from? Same thing like the fake unboxing, and you claimed you ordered that from us. We want to see those receipts. We want to see those documents. If not, that's another lawsuit you're going to be hit with. So when that guy sat there and cried about his house, losing his house, yeah, you are going to lose your house. Where else are you going to get the money to pay us? That's why you don't go out and you don't do dumb stuff at the end of the day. Who was that voting machine company? They went out and made some false statements about it. And they sued them. And they lost in court. And they had to pay them a lot of money. I don't like to go into politics about this, but yeah, these people made some voting machine company. They made some false statements about them. They took them to court. They sued them for $143 million. And they lost. Because you know why? They couldn't back up their claim that these machines were actually doing this. And they lost in court. So if you can't back up your claim, you're sued. Now, if you sit there and say, well, he said my product matches house paint, we have you in a video matching house paint. Good luck when trying to convince a judge that they're two different screens. They're not going to happen. If you sit there and say he made a claim that my 2.0 or something, my range gain doesn't exist, it's fake, well, show me it works. You can't show it, right? Then that's thrown out of court. My product streaks, well, we got demonstrations of that too. Matter of fact, all the stuff we have against you is you guys doing your own stuff against your own stuff. We didn't make anything up. It's right there. Did you ever try to purchase this product? Here you go. Receipts, 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 receipts. Cancellation, 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 cancellation. And then we had stuff on the other one, we had it stuff, so yeah. So, again, this is what I expect. What I'm dealing with them. The other companies never have this problem. They're much easier to work with. Tell me, we got all these freaking rag bags. Okay, nothing in the rag bag. I'm gonna do this real quick. Yeah, you gotta back it up, man. You gotta back it up. You have to. You're not making any false accusations, you know? Because the false accusations will bite you in the face. Got plenty of companies who did that. The game system for Nintendo, Virtual Boy. If you saw the commercials on that thing when it came out, and it was all shown in color, and you're thinking like, wow, I'm going to see that in 3D, because you know 3D. I mean, 3D virtual reality was around, but a lot of people didn't have it like we have it now. And people were just so overwhelmed by the colors that were popping up. And then when you bought the system, which I did, and you got home and hooked it up and found it was all in black and red infrared. It was disgusting. You're like, gee whiz, I feel cheated. But they advertised the commercials as if it was all in color. Kind of gave you that feeling like you were a Terminator, just saw all black and red. Yeah, that sucked. And that's pretty much what you guys are doing. So, I just want to get my global challenge done. You know, get a chance to learn some new technology. You know, but just to let you know, you're going to hear the excuses. Wow. You're going to hear the excuses, man. It's faster to try to downgrade me at the end of the day than do the actual demonstrations yourself. If you guys figured out a way that you all can get together and try to make my products unworthy, then there'd be no point in you doing the challenges that we give you. If you can basically base my company off of not being real and being a fake, then that means you don't have to worry about working as hard as we do. Because everything they do is fake anything. Everything they do is smoke and mirrors. It's not real. It's all fake. He's just scamming people. He's got settings on his cameras. He's using high luminous projectors. All that's being put in there due to the fact that you don't want to do the demonstrations. You don't want to test your products at all. It means you can continue making your poor graded products and ripping people off, because again, who's going to believe us if we're fakes? That was your plan. It's called conspiracy. This is why they're pushing for heavier jail time. Mind you, gentlemen, the stuff you're getting alone on the charges we already have sitting with the FBI, that's a whole different category. We have conspiracy charges popping up, and then we have charges where we're challenging your companies, and it's considered fraud charges. Also, 2 fraud charges against my company because you made these little rumors up about settings and cameras, high-powered projectors, to try to make me look bad. So you wouldn't have to do these demonstrations and challenges, but now it's catching up to you. Everything is catching up to you.
Press gun detoxified. Works below the gun line.
And this global challenge is perfect. Number one, it gives us the opportunity to test new technology and to see what's out there on stuff we haven't even got a chance to experience yet. And then number 2, on top of that, for all the people that have been doing all this fake nonsense on YouTube, it's going to out you. Because your customers are going to come up to you and they're going to ask you, hey, this guy put this challenge out. Are you going to send your stuff over? You claimed, did you make claims that your product's better than mine? All right, you made claims your product's better than mine, then send it over. No excuses. Send it over. That puts an end to all that nonsense. I don't have time for the back and forth, gentlemen. I got way too much on my plate right now. I got stuff to do right now that's crazy right now. I'm down here getting one of my machines cleaned out, my 6500 lumens. I'm getting that ready. I put the challenge out. The challenge is going to be out next month. You got time to be prepped for it. We'll set up the post office box. I'm building the page right now, explaining to people when they go to the website what it's all about, what we're challenging. And we're challenging everybody, not just them, everybody. It's global. So with these guys bragging and talking all this trash about how well their products are, shut your mouths. Stop with all of this nonsense. Send it over to the P.O. box. We'll have set up on the site. You can go to and send it over there, and we'll see if your product is worthy. That's all. You should have took it the first time when I came to buy. You would have won against this. Well, no, he was going against the Spartan, so he would have got crushed either way. Whatever, it doesn't make a difference. But anyway, yeah, so that's what you have to do. Now, if you feel that you don't want to send it over and you want to make a bunch of excuses, well, you know, we're just going to sit back and everybody's going to watch you on YouTube cry about how your many excuses how you can't send something over. You're afraid about your address? Then just get a P.O. box. We got your address anyway. What's the point? Just get a P.O. box to send it. What's the problem? Just send it over. That's all. Now, mind you, like I said, because it's at the United States Postal Service, don't send anything stupid over. Because this is going to get you in some trouble. I'll unbox it right there in front of that building. Right across the street's FBI. On the other half, we got the courthouse and the police station. You're already on record already, so don't do anything stupid. Just send over legit. And if you send over anything faulty, that even makes you look even worse. Sheesh. Man, don't you have any pride behind your products? It's a shame I got to talk to these guys like this. No pride behind the products at all, period. And it's just a joke for them. You're talking about, we're the ones that, at the end of the day, I'm the company at the end of the day that you need to take down in order to get any kind of credibility product. I think cancellations is not the way to go. Sending us faulty products that are black paint and changing the paint's color before it comes over, stuff like that, all these cancellations, that's not the way to go. Sheesh. Unless you don't take it seriously, this is all a big joke to you at the end of the day. And if that's the case, then you shouldn't have PayPal shopping carts connected to your website. And this is all just a joke and it's just fun and games for you. Because that people's money gets transferred to you, or if you do get anything, I doubt you are. But if you or if anyone is, they do pop into that mess. You know, you're taking someone's money at the end of the day, you can't even back up. So, when your product gets down here, if he does send it, which I doubt it's going to come down here, but if it does, I got a lot of questions to ask you. And yes, I'm going to try to achieve that range gain. I want to know, how do we do this? And if I can't get this at all, period, then you got even more problems on your hands. Because I'm going to file another set of fraud charges against you. Of misleading your customers on something that doesn't exist. We already got Jamie on that. Jamie, I've purchased stuff from him that were dummy shopping carts. Some shopping carts should have never been on Black Frankenstein. You're going to have to show the existence of a Black Frankenstein. Because this is a product that you actually manufactured and made. If there's no sight of this product ever being on your site, no YouTube videos, no customers, nothing, you're looking at some very serious problems. Yeah, he's got some stuff with that. Wow! 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 What you grumpy about? What you grumpy about? You out here running around being extra grumpy. Being extra grumpy. Who made you extra grumpy? Who did that to you? Who made you extra grumpy? Taco's running around with that wow. Yeah, but everybody else I'm looking forward to, you know, we're going to, hopefully we get some amazing products. Hopefully we get something that beats the screen. Oh, I would love that. I would love to have a technology take out our screen. You learn from that. You guys have cheated yourselves. You cheated yourself. You know how you cheat yourself? You cheated yourself by not doing proper testing, of not knowing your product, of not having confidence in your product. You have the ability to learn from other companies. Companies will buy other companies' technology and take it behind closed doors and research it. Not to reverse it, not to touch it, because they know they can get sued. They can lose their own company themselves. But to see exactly how good this screen is. Like, gee whiz, you got to be kidding me. This is what they're working with over there? Yeah. And that starts the competition. And through competition, the consumer gets better product. These guys are so busy fighting back and forth, and I mean professionally. Not that freaking making puppets and doing the weird stuff, crazy stalking stuff you guys do on your site. That's weirdo stuff. I'm talking about they do it back and forth like Nintendo and Genesis back and forth. Remember the wars they were having? And through their little battles back and forth, us as a consumer got better stuff. We got better games, got better hardware, we got better attachments. That's the benefit of companies going back and forth on basically challenging each other. But these guys took it to a dark area. They went in and started doxing people's addresses, my address, my family's addresses, sending weird messages in the mail to them, crazy stuff. Taking pictures of my butt, stuff like that. I mean, weird stuff. Taking pictures of my face and putting on puppet characters, all kinds of slandering, saying we're products of black paint, we're scam. There you go. That's the dark tunnel they took. And that involved lawsuits now, because now they're going to have to back all that up in court and get sued. We're getting sued for defamation anyway. But nothing good comes out of that. The only thing that comes out of that is somebody going to jail and someone losing everything they work for. That's what comes out of that. But with other companies, real legit companies, we'll go in and just test each other's stuff and go, wow, that's pretty cool. That's unbelievable. As a perfect example of that, Black Diamond. Because we developed great screen paints for the longest time. And I didn't think there was anything out there darker than some of the other stuff we've seen. I think Dark Energy Abyss was pretty good. But then we didn't see anything darker than that. And when I got a chance to see one of the demonstrations on YouTube of Screen Innovation, I was like, wow, that's freaking interesting. And when they showed the screen, it said it was black. At the time, keep in mind that a dark gray screen was considered to be a black screen at that particular time. That's what it was. So they called it Black Diamond. And I'm looking like, for a minute I'm thinking like, this screen's black? And I'm like, yeah, screen's actual black. But it's not, it was dark gray when we got it over. It was dark gray when I thought I got a chance to look at it. And by bringing their technology, or being blessed to have their technology down here, a friend of mine got it for us, and get it down there, and to get a chance to look at this, did you see me making puppet characters of these people, and basically doxing their addresses, and taking weird poses up? Do you see me? No, that professional companies don't do that. People that are non-professional do that. No, we went in and basically looked at the product, tested it, and I said, wow, this stuff is insane. Put it against all our stuff, it blew out all our screen paints. So we started the process of developing a technology that would be just like theirs. As we started working on right from there. And we were able to achieve it. This is the reason why they reached out and contacted us. They didn't contact us, screaming and yelling. The first ones came after that. Because we didn't do some things. We'll just leave it alone. It's a long story. It's a business story. We'll leave it alone. It's not everybody else. It's between me and them. But anyway. But yeah, they contacted us. The stuff had potential and all that stuff from there. So that already gave me the confidence that, yeah, we hit it, we got it. But now in my mind, I'm thinking, I thought their screen was black. And I had my mind set on having a black screen. So I went a step farther. I decided to develop a black technology. And this is where digital 4K crystal onyx was developed. And now we have this right here. Companies going back and forth with each other, we benefit and make better technology. Because we're basically in competition. We're not in competition to basically damage each other. We're in competition we feed off each other to make better products. And the consumer ends up with better technology because of it. And because of we didn't go back and forth with Diamond, but basically looking at their technology, they sparked off ideas in our head. And I said, wow, that's incredible. That's why I respect their technology. This is why we don't come on and badmouth their stuff, because it's good technology. It's the reason why we had the existence of black technology today, because of seeing his vision and what he was designing was way beyond everybody else's, and saying, wow, this is a different level we've never seen before. We never saw that technology. Who knows where we would have been developing at the time? So all that was meant to be. It was meant for us to see this. This is in God's plan for us to see all this. All this was meant to be. But how was I going to handle this? Would I allow Satan to come in and basically for me to taunt this company for 8 years, get sued, probably get thrown in jail over some dumb nonsense, or basically learn from their technology and try to basically respect it and make better technology or technology equal to theirs? And I chose to basically, when I first saw it, we became equal. And then I decided, okay, from there, let's make an actual black screen. This is why we have what we have now. So now there's more affordable and better technology on the market for the consumer that we can show at the end of the day that the certified screens don't touch us, white screens don't touch us, gray screens don't touch us. But instead of the gray screens with these two individuals learning from our technology and trying to develop better products for the customer, they slam us and try to make our products look like they're really bad. So that way people don't have to worry about them talking about, well, you know, their products do this, that, and the other. And other products are nothing but scam. Don't trust them. They'll rip you off. Only buy from us. So we can continue to not do our work, continue to make poor products, continue to make cheap products that don't work, and rip you off in the process. And that's why they landed in court. That's why they're being sued. They didn't learn anything. Anybody else would have tried to learn from us. And I have no problem with that. I don't. Because that means at the end of the day, they could develop something that could be better than us. Who knows? And through that, you would still have better affordable technology. The customer benefits from that. Now, these guys took it in a dark, dark way. They took it in a dark direction. So if you look at it, you know, they're not taking us to court, we're taking them to court. We have criminal charges filed against us, they got nothing on us at the end of the day. They can't back their products up, we back ours up. They can't even complete any challenges, or they fail in all their demonstrations. It's just horrible. And on top of that, now we got this global challenge that's going to pop up. They don't have any choice. They're going to ship that stuff to us for free. And mind you can't say that, oh, you can't afford to buy from us. Are you kidding me? I was buying your product when it was $120. I was buying Jamie's product when it was $90. As a matter of fact, in one of my YouTube channels here, I show you where basically we paid $127 for his product because he kept jumping the price because he was afraid. We got a problem buying your stuff. The problem we have is getting it down here because you're too afraid to ship it. That's the problem. I literally got to go to other people to get your stuff. What kind of nonsense is that at the end of the day? And then you're removing an entire state of Pennsylvania to keep me from buying. That's really messed up. So again, really don't care about that at the end of the day. You make it look like, oh, he wants your stuff so bad. No, your product doesn't work. If you could back your product up, then send it. It's not a problem. So we got to go other ways. I'm going to do a global challenge, not only just for you, but for everybody else, because I'm curious about what's out there on the market. And you haven't, now you're going to send it to me for free. Or if not, this is just going to hurt your name even more. So you deal with that at the end of the day. I don't have to worry about that. But you could have been learning from us instead of tearing it down because you're afraid. And you're jealous. That's another big thing, too. For me, on the other hand, I have the opportunity now to learn from different screens from all over the world. I want to see exactly if there is a screen that can basically absorb 100,000 lux of light. Because if there isn't, I got that title. I got that title. All right. I'm done with over here because I had to take a while. I'm having this conversation with you guys. And I know people say, oh, you're just wasting it. No, no, I'm always working. Always working. I'm actually taking apart my big boy machine over here because I have to go in and I have to replace the lamp in that thing. Lamps are huge. Oh, I forgot. I got a projector I got to pick up too. It's a I got to go pick up it's claiming to be, it's a knockoff projector. It's claiming to be 50,000 lumens. So I'm going to put the 50,000 lumen projector versus the 1,000 lumen, and then I'm going to put it against the 65. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm picking up that knockoff because I got an area on the Chriswood site. It's called Trash Projectors, and on that site we're going to be buying a lot of knockoffs, and we're going to see if they actually do work the way they say they work. And if they don't, we trash them. And we're not going to need them. For what? They're not going to work on anything. I got to get me a trash can and put that logo on the trash can. Smash and trash is what I call them. So, yeah. Smash and trash. I'm not buying any of them high-grade projectors. No way in the world. The Taco got the zoomies. The zoomies. Run around with them zoomies. Around. Like I said, this benefits the customer. It benefits the customer. No customer is going to contact me cursing me out. Why? Why are you going to curse me out about testing, batch number testing? Why would you curse me out about that? They got mad at me, ranted. Jamie got mad at me, ranted and carried on. I have a live stream. Brought him in. Open chat, and he just went off because they don't want to do batch numbers. They don't. It's too complicated for them. It exposes them. They can't be doing that. Yes. Ship back? They can't do that. Can you imagine when, let's say Solid Weight 5 or Daniel Solid Weight 5, whatever, did that demonstration where the screen came up gray on a ship back? You know how bad that would have been? Or when Danny was painting the screen and it had that English muffin look to it, the primer was pushing through, and no matter how many times he rolled over and did the same thing over and over again, that'd have been bad. When I deal with a lot of customers, you tell a customer that they just spent the time to paint in. Oh, that's another thing too. Hold on a minute, that's another thing too. That baffles me right there. Your solution is very, very thin, which means a thin solution would have more coverage than a solution that's a little bit thicker. How in the world you can only paint 150-inch screen out of 32 ounces? No, you can only paint 120. 120 out of 32? And your solution is that thin? I could do 150 with no problem and still have paint left over. I've done paint down demonstrations all the time. So we've done 32 at 150. So how in the world is your solution that thin? It's almost like water, and you don't have the coverage. You don't have the coverage up to 120. There's something wrong there. I don't think you know what you're talking about. I don't think you did a proper paint down. I don't know what you did. Unless the reason why it doesn't take to 150 is because your product requires multiple coats. And multiple coat application would eat 32 ounces, equal to 120 inch screen, because you're putting in multiple layers. That's why. Any painter would tell you that at the end of the day, if you're painting varnish onto a surface, consider to more of a thicker acrylic paint, you're going to have more coverage from the varnish because it's much thinner. So I can put it in a way we can understand the laws of physics. Take a can of water, right? And you take a can of, let's say, oatmeal, right? And you pour the oatmeal, right, onto a slanted surface. Which is going to get to the bottom faster? Will it be the water or will it be the oatmeal? It would be the water, right? which means it would have more coverage. That's how you would know. This would take longer, it'd be more dense, it would take more time to push it around. There you go. That's how, you understand how to break it down for them, because you don't understand. But anyway, that's how it would work. So you would get more coverage out of a thinner solution than a more of a thicker solution. But our technology, the way we designed it, we could feed it to a paint sprayer and we could roll it and get a coverage at a 150-inch screen at around 32 ounces. Now, if I wanted to do 250 inches, I can do it at 96 ounces, and which means it wouldn't be a gallon, because a gallon would be 128 gallons. Or sorry, not 120 gallons. It'd be 128 ounces, my bad. So 128 ounces would cover a, well, actually 120 ounces would be way too much. 96 would cover 250. So 96 ounces. So for those of us who know math, it'd be like 64 ounces, which is 2 quarts. And you put that, 64 and 64 is 128, which would equal a gallon. But you have 32. And you're saying your 32 only reaches to 120. When actually a 32 under everyday paint can actually reach up to 150 inch. And your solution is a lot thinner, so you should have much higher coverage. But the reason why you don't have much higher coverage is because your requires not a one coat, it's actually a multi-coat, and a multi-coat would actually eat more paint. This is the reason why I know this, because when we do rear projection screen technology, first time we were designing it was just straight black, but some people wanted it a little bit lighter. So what we were doing, we put a multi-coat application, which means you put the first coat on it, it's light, you can take that, or maybe one a little darker, put another one on it, and how we would judge it by putting a piece of newspaper on the other end. The less of the print we will see, the darker the image would be, and the more you see of the print, the lighter it would be. That's how we would be able to adjust it on exactly how much we want it. Now, if you put too much on it, it would cloud the image. So that's how we were to measure how many applications would be needed between 1 to 6 or 1 to 5 before the screen went haywire, didn't decide to work anymore. Now, with that being said, we can't sell this in 32 ounces because it'd be impossible due to the fact because it has multi-layers attached to it, and so you have to put down 4 or 5 in order to get a darker or setting that you want. You're going to use a lot of paint, and going through a cannon is going to eat more paint than a roller, because the majority of your stuff is going to be up in the air depending on how your spraying technique is going to be. So we ship this in gallons only, which means it gives you enough room to play around with, to lose a little paint in the air, whatever, and you're going to be able to paint that surface with no problem whatsoever. See, you have to be to do the math. You got to add it up. If you don't, you're going to coming up short. But you guys take the safe route. You just make stuff up as you go along. Like, 2 quarts paint a 300-inch screen, the equivalents of 3 100-inch screens, which are actually 4 feet by 7 feet, which would be virtually impossible. If you put it the length or the height, you would still come up short. Mind you, 4 by 7 feet. 4 feet high is 12. Now you got the height, because 250s are 11 feet high. But you ain't got the length, because you're still at 7 feet. You're missing some more screens. So if you make it the length, it's 21, but it's only 4 feet high. You still don't have the length of a 300-inch screen. You definitely don't have the height of it. So that Mickey Mouse math was completely off. As for the other one, if your solution is that thin, you should be much larger than 100, and out of 32 ounces, you should be past the 120 mark of a screen size. You should be somewhere between and roughly in 160 to 170, because your solution is much thinner and it would have much more coverage. But it doesn't, and the reason why you can only do, because you need multiple applications, because as we saw in the close-up, that the paint is very thin and that the primer was pushing through, and that was where all the little white specks were popping up. That was the actual primer pushing through the screen. So in order to cover that up, you would have to go over that surface over and over again, and that would eat a lot of your paint. If I got in your head, say hi. I did, because I've done this stuff already. I'm experienced in this field. Like silver tickets. Silver tickets. The Elite screens, the 135s, I don't know why it's just those. They have this protective coating. Child-proof walls, another surface. You paint over any one of these surfaces, you come in contact with any of these surfaces. I tell people, never force, which means that never force the paint. Never try to roll over and think you're going to make it disappear. It has a protective coverage, and I did it on a live stream where we did a 135-inch, 158-inch 235.1. A coat of the surface, you see the surface push through. I said because there's a protective coating there. So you put a light coating on. That's all you do. When that dries, then you can go over heavy because that eliminates the protective coating. Same thing with childproof walls. It's the technique that we use. That's it. But still, there should be enough left over to finish the screen with a problem. At 135. Alright, this is already finished and done. Man, I'm not the best at a compressor, but man, wasn't that thing clean these things up? That's one of the things about when you're doing venue projectors that you don't know how long the machine's been sitting anywhere. If you're buying and somebody gets them on a pallet, you don't know how long they've been there on the pallet. And you have to make sure you clean them out. You should be cleaning any projector out, to tell you the truth, honestly. It's not hard to take them apart and clean them, really isn't. Make sure we got this thing all cleaned up nicely. That's all, you know. The reason why I talk to him like that is because, you know, you kind of talk to me like I'm stupid, like I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been here before you guys. I've got more machines than you have. I've done more testing, more demonstrations. Heck, today I even have to be outside. Well, you guys are probably on YouTube bad-mouthing me or basically doing the same demonstrations with basically, again, I got to be outside today on, because I need pictures. I still haven't gotten pictures from my other screen over here, the portable. So I got the portable outside. I got to get pictures on that. I got to have pictures on the inside. Then I got to go back outside with this projector we have right here. We're going to do a whole portable setup outside. We're going to do it on a cardboard screen. Set up outside and do a demonstration of that. Then I got a demonstration to do on the $37 projector I have over here in the corner, which is an Optima. And we're going to take the screen, which I had in a package for 3 days, to take it out of the package, stretch it up to show you that there's going to be no wrinkles, no creases. Because, you know, you'll have, I hate to say it, and I really hate to, you have to protect yourself from merchants. You have to. Not all customers are going to be bad. You're going to have blessings, and you're going to have nightmares. We all know how it works. But I'll have customers come in and deliberately damage a screen and say, hey, it shipped in, I wanted to go stretch it, and it ripped when I tried to stretch it. Stuff like that. So, just so you know, you can't do that. I got one over there in a package. It's been over there for a bit. So we got it nice and packaged up. Have my weight sitting on top of it, so it's actually compressed nicely. And I'm going to take it out of the package like I did the last one. I'm going to stretch it up. No wrinkles, nothing. We're going to use a $35 projector to get it to work. But you got to cover yourself. Not all your customers are going to be bad. You got amazing, fantastic customers. I get amazing, fantastic customers. I do. Patient, beautiful customers. But then you're going to have those. And if you work customer service, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you work anything, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to have those customers. Just when you like that. Ugh, okay. That is finished. Man, I am not. Make sure I keep these clean. Break these things down. Here's my containers that I dropped this stuff. That's that. And they'll probably take it like, oh, he's bragging again, he's this, that, and the other. No, just challenging my stuff. What's wrong with that? You're going to watch as this challenge goes on. You're going to watch them get very upset, very angry over this. You know why? Because the pressure is going to be on them. Pressure is going to be on them because people who follow them are going to request for them to send their paint over. And you know, the hardest person, one that's going to hit the hardest is Partey. It's going to hit him the hardest because he doesn't want that product over here. He has fought tooth and nail to make sure that product doesn't land here. And Danny, just to give you a little heads up, by doing this, by fighting these requests, that's why we put it to 7 months. If your product doesn't reach here in the 7-month timeline, this is going to be really bad for you. On top of that, it's going to show your customers that everything we said about you, even more, over, is true. You can't back that stuff up. And that stuff is it's not untested product. It doesn't work, and no one should ever paint that stuff on their wall, ceiling. You should paint it on anything at all. Period. Why to buy from us and us only? So it starts next month. I have the post office. Right, I'm going to be building the page later on, probably tomorrow. I got stuff to do today, and you can send it over. I'm going to walk into my post box unit with my camera, and I'm going to record it and see if there's anything in there. If nothing shows up in our box, and I mean from anybody doesn't send anything to our box, that's fantastic. Because that means I went on YouTube, and I did a live stream, and I challenged the world to send me down, any company, send me down the best of your technology, and it tells you from the door that we can use that to the best of our ability. Any company I do, like, look, man, we challenge the world. Here's a YouTube video right here. We even built a section on the page for it. Post office box, everything's set up. Anybody send anything? Nope. Not one person. They didn't send nothing. It's not going to go well. I can literally go into your neck of the woods, into your country with my technology, and I could dominate that whole section with no problem. Because we have proof that our technology put that challenge up, which I'm not interested in anyway. I just want the ability to be able to say that I've challenged everybody. That's all. I couldn't care less what you're doing in your neck of the woods and how you're making your money. Enjoy yourself, have fun, whatever. I don't care. I just want that ability to say that I'm number one. Anybody would want that. They want to be number one. I might get lucky. I might get real lucky. I might get a screen that's better than mine. And that's what I'm hoping for. You think at the end of the day, people say, oh, he's probably scared he's going to get a screen. No, I'm hoping for that. Oh my goodness, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing because that's something I get to learn from. Just like we learned from diamond technology. Diamond technology was far more advanced than our technology. We learned from that technology. We saw something different. Like, wow, that's freaking crazy. Like, from a darker image, you can get this and get colors and all that. We learned from that. You guys missed that opportunity because you were so afraid. You were so afraid at the end of the day that you missed that opportunity. Mind you, if you had treated me far different, Jamie didn't come in and try to slander my products and make me look bad. If you guys did things correctly, the way everybody else does them, you could have learned some stuff. I could have taught you a few things. And instead, I got to embarrass you on camera. Almost every day. I got to put pressure on you. Jeez. All right, this is done. I can't do any more with this than it already is. Keep going back over telling we can do more. Can't do more. Could have learned something from me. Or somebody made some statement about how come you don't work with them? Why would I work with them? Look at the stuff they do at the end of the day. Don't mess around, get me sued. People in my organization sued. They do weird stuff. I'm not be tied to that craziness. They're doing that stuff to me. God knows what they probably do to other people. Oh, no way in the world. No. Oh, heck no. Heck no. They do way too much dirt. No, I don't even want to be affiliated with that. That's like me signing my name to a knockoff projector and endorsing it. Nope, I ain't doing that. If I come to you to buy your stuff and I get a bunch of cancellations, I already told me from the door that the product don't work. Alright, I'm going to use this. That's done. I'm excited about getting some other countries in here. XY is another screen I would like to test. There seems to be difficult to get my hands on. Dragonfly is another screen I want to test. That's another screen I would love to be able to do some demonstrations. I would love to do Dragonfly against the Imperial because its gunmetal technology is nice. It's a nice screen. I like it. The first time I saw it, I was like, ooh, beautiful screen. I would love to be able to do the Dragonfly. Skyward food demonstration.
Getting that from
jungle, the mighty jungle. Oh, Mr. Pretzel Boy. Mr. Pretzel Boy. If you need Mr. Pretzel Boy. Mr. Pretzel Boy. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I'm going to bring it down here for testing, so I don't know what the problem is. I gotta go through all this craziness just to test someone's paint. What is wrong with it? That's the problem. What's wrong with it? I had to go through all this. "4K, no screensavers."
Getting that from YouTube.
50 lumens. That's it. As I said before when I first started off, and I said that, yeah, I can paint all this in gray. I can paint all this in white if I want. It don't work. Gray screens don't read. White screens don't read. "4K Starfield screensaver."
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay, I'm done this one. Nope, not that one. I want this one. That's what I'm done. Wow.
The bar is made with organic oats, but you're made for the climb. The most important ingredient is you. Back in ancient times, you mortals sacrificed a lot for...
Alright, so I'm gonna go order me some white paint. I don't need a lot of it. I just need 7. No, I do need a white. I'll make a quart of this stuff. I'm gonna make the Metallica Mix 2.0. Because I'm not gonna waste my time going through the freaking rat race of crap nonsense with this joker. Then we've done this stuff. We showed you at the end of the day you can't back this product up. We had to go through headaches to get that stuff down here. And since you got it for free, I'll just make it. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it 2 scoops of white paint, scoops of black paint, tablespoons of black paint, into a quart. Doesn't really make a difference what it is. You might say, oh, you have to have this. No, it's not. We did the demonstration. Matter of fact, we made a challenge for you. We just used old paint we found in the basement, and it worked with no problem. So that's what we're going to use. And if you are mad about this, of course, we know you are, and you want to get upset and get your feathers all in the ruffle, how about instead of getting on camera, crying and whining like you usually do, go down to your Home Depot, go buy the products that you use to make the product, and then you go on YouTube, you make it up so everybody can see it and put it against all your stuff. Because if you do this, that means you would have completed the black and white challenge we gave you 4 years ago that was supposed to be done already, and you never did it. There you go. So you just would be completing something we asked you 4 years ago to do. And until then, I'm going to put that mixture against the apple barrel or apple bottom paint, apple barrel paint, the one that you basically didn't do the demonstration correctly on. Some network gray, some other stuff we'll have around here, and we'll see what happens, which we know it's all going to match. And again, if you feel that the demonstrations we're doing is falsified and not true, it's your video. You making the product. Make the product as we asked you 4 years ago and put it against your own product. That's all you have to do. Gee whiz Louise. I asked that multiple times. Like, it's a 4-year-old challenge. How hard is this? And you're gonna watch. You're gonna hear the feathers fly on this one. He's gonna be ranting for. Why are you ranting? It's your demonstration. You made it. I'm not buying your product when I can make it for free. stuff free. That's crazy. And I tested that product against other products that we had over here and we bought from you. And if you want to say, do we need receipts? We got receipts on everything. It doesn't work, Jamie. It doesn't work. I'm just shocked to the fact that you show off the Cinemax. You're still advertising that stuff, knowing to match house paint. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to get him in court on his company on fraud. I cannot wait to get him in court on that. Because I'm loving to see him in front of a judge, arguing with a judge. I love to see that, with him basically disputing with a judge on how his stuff is not matching house paint. But we're going to go more in that video. We're going to have you do that demonstration right there in that very courtroom. You can sit there and have that discussion with a judge and tell him how he's not seeing. He's explaining to him about the yellowish tone and all that dumb nonsense in there. You know, look at you like, Mr. Fernando, you wear glasses. Oh, you do? You need to get your eyes checked. I'm seeing the same screen. That's all we have to do. That's it. And this company's going to get hit with a massive lawsuit, fines, penalties, all kinds of stuff, because he basically ripped off all those people on house paint. And you know, we're going to get mad about the demonstration here, where basically it's a free mix. Black and white challenge. Black and white paint challenge. But that's not me in the video. You got a clone now? We got clones? And you got clones. That's definitely you in the video, my man. That's you. You know, it's interesting because we asked about this. This is, let me see, what was it? 4 years? It might be 4 years. 3 years. This is one of the videos right here. That's the ingredients on how to make the product. It really shows you how to do it. 3 years ago. 3 years ago we asked them to do this. It was 3 years. 3 years to do this. This is when he gave away products for free. To be fair, like I said, this is where he gave away products for free. And his stuff came up matching. His stuff he was selling. And I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, he needs to go do this demonstration. I give you the chance to back it up. I always give people a chance to back it up. I can just go in and just take this, do my own form of research, and then bring in a court. I can do that easily. But I give people the chance to back it up. So we say, okay, it's the challenge behind this. All you got to do is go in and make this and put it against your own product and show me that I'm a liar. And he never did it. That's the ingredients on how to make this product right there. There was a bunch of them. There was literally a bunch of them. All the paints that you're seeing, not the Cinemax. The Cinemax, it was a newer one he made. But the rest of them, the more older ones, yeah, there were ingredients on how to make every last one of them for free. And he started pulling the videos left and right because he started selling them. And the excuse he used is the reason why he was charging people from a person who was mad at everybody else because they were selling their products and he felt that they were wrong. They were ripping people off because they didn't want to give away products for free. He turns around and he does this mess. So, I'm going to make sure I mess up my project I'm working on over here. So he started giving away his products for free. Then he started selling them. And his excuse for why he had to start selling his products was he said that, well, I can't make this stuff and give it away for free. Where are you getting that from? See how fast he lies on camera? No one's asking you to make the product and give it away for your customers. No, you put down the ingredients. You make it one time on camera, showing them how to make it. You know, like baking a cake. You show one time how to make it, you bake it, you do the demonstration, and then you put the ingredients down, and they make it. They follow the ingredients, and this is pretty much as simple can be. So you're not really costing you anything, just the one time to do it, and it's all for free, which you were doing anyway. But he lies that fast. So this is how his products are made. We took this same paint here, the Metallica 2.0, and put it against the Personal Mix. It matched. We put it against the Cinemax. It matched. He got on camera. He ranted. He exploded. He said, "You're liars. This is all fake." All right, it's your demonstration, right? How about you do it for us? How about you take that same mixture and put it against your own product so we can all watch it on camera? There's no way around that. There's no way around from the mix any black paint to tamper with it. No way whatsoever. So it was never done. Well, it's funny how things repeat themselves. Now, part of the global challenge, we got two ways we can go about this. We can have you send it in, and we can go from there, or we can just make this stuff right here. That's on a Chrissy 1080p projector. That's his personal mix right there, next to the Metallica Mix 2.0. Boom, matched perfectly. So we're just curious, like, wow, this stuff is going to match to that. I wonder how much of the rest of the stuff will match that we have over here. And it matched all of it. The only one it didn't match was the UV, because the UV was much darker, of course. So we did a reverse on the UV. We started off with a black base. We dropped in, starting with the same set here. Instead of putting 2, we put 6 in. We started off with 2, then we put in 4, and then it dropped at 6, and it was a perfect match. That's all you bought. You bought black and white paint. But the scary thing about the network gray, the tones, is the fact that there's no mixing involved. You just slide it off of a shelf and it matches automatically. This is why when we show off this video, he comes in a room. The video of him matching the network gray 773 comes in, he rants, he screams, he yells, he puts emojis up and all this stuff, because that's Jamie's way of dealing with pressure. That's how he reacts. Those emojis and laughing and carrying on. It's in different accounts, will pop up with different accounts and stuff like that. But that is you, buddy. Right there. That is your product, and that's how we make it. That's why I said I don't have to buy your stuff anymore. I just go in and just make this. Now, when you sat there and said you can make my product, what did I do? I gave you the ability to make it. What happened? You failed. 2 different times you failed. All right, then that's the end of it. Then you went back and you tried to make our FLE technology for 89 cents. And the funny thing about it is when you painted it out, it had this kind of a bubbly-like texture to it, which is the same texture that Danny had on his product when he was painting his screen in, which means you guys are putting water in the paint. And all of a sudden, his video went missing, and your video went missing. Jamie, you have to understand this. I'll explain it to you so you can understand this. If we give you permission to make the product, right? I can't take you to court and sue you for that, because I gave you permission. And you fail to do this. I take the same ingredients you use in your camera, and I make a better version of it, and it still fails. That means any demonstration you do after that is just a cry in the dark. It's a desperate try. That's what it is. If you failed the first time and the second time to make our product, what makes anyone think you can do it the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth? It's just you being desperate. That's what it is. You're angry, you're upset, and this is the way you lash out. It's kind of like that movie with Burt Reynolds when he was fighting this assassin. The assassin had this really crazy white hair and this crazy, he was albino, was this dude, and he was, they had a gunfight, and he fell off the railing, and he was hanging off the railing, and the pool was right there. And he said, yeah, you got to help me, you got to help me. The guy was like, well, maybe if you push up hard enough, you might hit the pool. He didn't hit the pool. But that's what you're doing at the end of the day. Maybe if you push up hard enough, you might hit it. But if you didn't get it the first and the second time, and you failed it the third time, come on, man. You've been doing this for years. You've been going and trying to make our products, and you've just been failing over and over again. This time we gave you permission, and you still failed. Now, you're the only one who has a demonstration like this. You're the only one who has a demonstration showing how to make your products. Who in their right mind is going to have a product showing you how to make it and try to sell it to you? This is your dinette set, your curtains. There's a picture you have in the back which matches in all your demonstrations right there. This is waiting for you. Wait for you got the old tattoos, so now you got tattoos up and down your arm. And this one, you don't have them in this one because, again, this is a very, very early, very, very early demonstration. He first started off with his products. And when he sits there and lies about the Frankenstein saying this is one of my first mixes, is not. It would be this one because your first ones were actually free. So this is a 3-year-old challenge. Sorry, I said 4, but it's a 3-year-old challenge. So we've been asking you for that far back to do this test, to back your theory, to back saying that your products are really not, they're not black and white house paint, and you haven't done it from 3 years? All right, then that's what I'm going to do is when we go to do, if you don't send the product down for us to put against the global challenge, we already know from the door, because we have cancellations, whatever, we're not really expecting anything. We're just giving you the opportunity. I don't expect for you to back your product up. We're giving you an opportunity. I'm just going to make this. This is your product anyway. That's all we need. And by the way, you don't need these exact paints. We use something completely different. There's nobody, no screen paint maker I've ever met, ever, anywhere, has a video like this. And he literally tried to sell this. Matter of fact, he doesn't sell this to the U.S. customers. We busted him. We busted him trying to sell this product for $60 on eBay. And we got it on YouTube. We busted him, and he had to pull it down. Then we found he tried to put it up on his website, and he tried to sell it to his customers, and we busted him on that too, and he pulled it down. Now he's got this particular mix sitting for the overseas customers. He has it hidden up there. That's where it's at, along with the personal mix, which is another product that matched the Bear Silver Screen. This is why tests are important. This is why batch numbers are important. All this stuff is important. Because again, you don't want to run into this stuff. And I know you guys are coming and say, oh, but he's just picking on us. No, we don't have any problems from any company. You guys don't even want to do this dumb stuff. So yeah, we have to put you on that kind of blast on that level. I don't have to say that against any of the companies I deal with. They don't do that dumb stuff. You guys do it. So, those of you who do have his products on your wall, I know no one bought that stuff after the Network Grade fiasco went through, because we did look and try to find any customers that bought that stuff knowing that stuff was house paint. And who's dumb enough to do that one? So we didn't find anybody. But how many of you have the screen paint right now? How about you do that little test right there? And you probably have. Majority probably have. And the reason why I tell you why you have is because you hear me on camera talking and you go, you know what, I'm going to shut this guy up. That's what we're hoping you do. We want you to do that. Shut me up. Go over and get yourself a can of paint. Do it side by side. See if there's a difference. If I want to back my products up, I challenge everybody, and that's what I do. I go hunt for products. I go search for products. That's what I go do. If I don't have enough of a challenge, or we've tested just about everything here, and maybe there's something else, then maybe we get a global challenge now. So this is how our product is made. Just everyday black paint and white paint. That's all it took. And we put it against the a different product to see how much it would match. And watch the whole thing is all over YouTube. Same color as the screen. So those sample sheets in there, gentlemen, that's all certified. So certified sheets in there, those are all the screens we tested. This is why I can do a global challenge. I've tested literally everything I can get my hands on. That's stacks and stacks of certified screens sitting in there. That's his UV mix right there. And this right there is the personal mix. So does his product match the a different mix? Yeah, it does perfectly. There's no problem. This is why this video is 3 years old, and this is why you couldn't find it. When we had the 2.0, he had contacted my phone. He was on a live stream. I don't know what kind of dumb tactics you tried, James. I'm not you at the end of the day. I'm not that type of person. You should know that by now. I'm not the type of person that you go up and you basically challenge me or something because I will come for you. You know that. You've seen what happened when I went to your channel and I ordered $1,900 worth of your product. I am not that type of person. You got the wrong type of person. Maybe this may work for other people. Maybe you have challenged and they back down. You got the wrong person at the end of the day. I explained that to you the first time I met you. Buddy, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. I'm not cut from that kind of cloth. I can back my stuff up. And ever since then, I've been running over top of you, left and right. You never learn anything from me. Now I'm going to drag you into a courtroom and take your stuff from you. See? You don't learn anything from tangling with me. Your best is, you got beat the first time, lick your wounds, put your tail between your legs, and get the freak out of my path. Because my path wasn't towards you. I was going towards certified screens. But no, you want to jump out in the middle of the street in front of my Mack truck? Yeah, I hit the gas and ran you over. Didn't think a second of it, just whoop, went past you and go on going. You don't learn anything. Then you bring other people into your circle and they get crushed also too in the process. And look at them. Now they got that global challenge sitting over top of their head. Their customers are going to pressure them. Their fan base is going to pressure them to send that product over to that post office box. Something they don't want to do. They don't have a choice. What are you going to do? Shut your website down now? Because he's done that a couple of times. He shut his website down for 6 months, 4 months here and there. Or we had so many grand openings it wasn't even funny. I sat there and stood on camera like, for goodness sake, can you at least keep the site open for at least a freaking 6 months? Couldn't even open for 6 months. So look how well you banged it in right there. Look at that. That's crazy. And that's house paint. So, it's unbelievable. But you guys, let me talk to me. You guys don't learn anything at all. You talk about how beautiful the colors. I mean, we got that to work off a projector of $270. That's a Chrissy projector, old one too at that. It read right off your screen paint with no problem, and the one we just made out of black and white paint. What's so professional about this at the end of the day? What's the improvement on this product? You come on camera, you tell people how they're getting this advancement off your screen, and we end up doing this to your stuff with house paint. And even worse, the network grade doesn't even require a mixture. You slide it off a shelf and you're done. That's it. It requires no measurements whatsoever. So with that being said, yeah, we can make your stuff. So that right there, I'm going to be making next week. I'm going to make myself a gallon of it for free. And like I said, you have when the challenge comes up, or you can just send it to us. It doesn't make a difference. But either way, we won't get it either way. But I'm going to make a gallon for myself. So let's see, it's 2 scoops for every quart. So it's about 8. 8 scoops for a gallon. We'll make a gallon. And I'm going to use that right there as, I don't know, I can use it as a primer or whatever. I'm just going to use it basically for putting your product. And we're going to make it, matter of fact, we've got to do grade demonstrations anyway. We're going to put your product up there against our black screens. We don't have to go buy your stuff, Jamie. I bought your stuff because I wanted to show that we've had your stuff down here for testing. It would have been wrong for me just to make this and say this is all your products. That would have been wrong. That would have been disrespectful because it's not true. In order for me to make that statement, because you can get me in court on that. So in order for me to make that statement, I would literally have to have your product here with receipt in hand, which we have done. I also would have to show that we did make the attempt to buy your products multiple times and you canceled out, backing that your products do not work at all, which means my theory of saying that your products don't work and they're a complete scam, well, if you could back your product, we wouldn't have cancellations. So do forfeit on that too also, because they're going to ask you why did you send it. If you back your product 100% and your product is not a scam, as Mr. Bird has claimed, why did you cancel? After sending me an email, you forget the email, this is me using court against you. The email you sent to us saying we could buy whatever we wanted, so we bought whatever we wanted. And you cursed us out on every receipt. So it doesn't help you there. That's why you don't have a leg to stand on. So if we sit there and say, yeah, his stuff matches house paint, what proof do you have of that? Here's a video demonstration right here, and I can have you paint that screen right there in that courtroom and throw that network gray right against it and see what happens. You ripped a lot of people off. So like I said, to be fair, I gave you money so we can have it on record that we did buy and got orders that also too canceled out on items we wanted to go purchase. Now, knowing that, having your items down here for testing, having your items down here for unboxing, seeing the huge failure rate we got off of them, we can now use this to label as all your products because we tested it against your products and it matched. So, you got to cover everything. Because in court, they'll sit there and say, well, hey, he didn't buy the rest of my stuff. He just labeled this stuff as all my stuff, and that's not fair. Oh, no, we did. We bought all his stuff. Here's the unboxing on all the videos. And here we wanted to buy again. He canceled. Why would you cancel on something that you already shipped to me already? Oh, because we found out something about it that was fake. That's why. There you go. Why would you send me a product with the wrong color or basically with black paint if we already had it here already? What's the problem? Yeah, your stuff is house paint. Look at that. So for your customers, which we don't see anymore, that pop up and they used to say, oh, I got this product and this and it, they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed because they got ripped off. Now, I'm going to make this stuff right here. I'm going to, it's your product. We're going to clean it. It's a Metallica Mix 2.0. And we're going to put it against our products here. We're going to use it for now on. There's now on the gray paint that we only use for basically doing testing in our products. Remember when you said our product was Black Dynasty? We use that. That's in every single demonstration of every black on black demonstration, showing the Dynasty black paint that you claim to be my physical screen. It's in every demonstration. Each one of those videos is a testimony of basically sealing your fate even faster with a $1 million lawsuit over top of your head. You did video demonstrations on that black paint, right? We have it in all the test demonstrations. You gotta stop people. Really, you gotta stop doing dumb stuff. Come on now. Well, there you go right there. That's the product. That's how you make it. I told you, this is why you don't see this on his website. You don't see none of the other products like the Matching the Network Gray 773. You don't see none of that stuff on his website because his stuff is nothing but house paint. The reason why I clear all this up right now from the door is because when we start doing this with the global and putting the products up there, you're going to hear the crying. Oh, you're going to hear the crying like no other. Well, we already cleared that up, so it's already done. So I don't need to buy your stuff anymore. I'm just going to basically make it. And I'm not making it where, again, we're using the exact same ingredients. That's all we're going to use. I'm going to put any glitter into it, no silver into it. We're going to make it just like the exact same way you made it. Look at the colors on that. Look at that. And then, when I get done making it, I'm going to put it against this technology, and this technology is going to rip it up pretty bad. It's going to make that screen wash out and look like nothing. I'm going to play the exact same demonstration right here on the mixture we just made of your ingredients, your tutorial, and you're going to watch my screen destroy it because that screen doesn't generate jack. See how they look on a standalone? I love when you do the standalone on these screens. See that? That's on a standalone. You know the sad thing about it is, you're not even seeing green. All that is washed out. All of it. I know you look at it and you say, oh, it's not. Oh, it is washed out. It's completely washed out. We'll show you. We'll make some of it and we'll show you. It's all washed out. Projection setups, it's kind of like, feels like the Matrix. You know, you're living in this fictional world. You don't know what the real world actually looks like. You're like trapped in this world where you think you're seeing color and you really think you're picking up contrast and you're really not seeing anything at all. And the entire time you buy your projector and you stood up and you really think you're picking all that up, and you're not picking any of that up at all, period. That's all washed out. Our black technology is what called reality. Yep. It's reality. I had to realize that the hard way. I realized that. And I'm not saying that it's just you. I went through that when I tested Black Diamond technology. When I saw that darker screen landing into my technology, and I saw all those colors, I'm like, whoa! I saw the same thing here on my stuff a long time ago. And then when I put it into Diamond technology, I saw what true color and all that stuff started to look like. The beginning stages of what a good projection screen looks like. Yep. I'm just trying to convince you that the gray screen is where it's at. I'm curious about that one. If whatchamacallit, well, he doesn't really have a black paint, period. But if he's talking about black screens being better than gray screens, doesn't that conflict with Jamie's product? Because Jamie doesn't make a black screen. Daddy doesn't make a black screen either. His screen is gray, but he talks as if it is black. But doesn't that conflict if he sits there and says, well, a black screen is far more superior than a gray screen because it picks up? Wouldn't that conflict with his friend? Interesting, ain't it? Or is he going to say that, oh, it's just as good? Man, that doesn't make any sense. If he does ship the paint to back his products up against the global challenge, we do get it, let's say we do get it, let's say we do, I'm not holding my breath on this, but say we do get it, right? Then we're going to put his against Jamie's paint, see what happens. If they both come up gray, oh, I'm done. I'm done. You want to see me turn up the camera and walk out the door. You just hear me laughing at first, then I'm going to turn the camera off. Let me bring my stand up a little bit here. I know you're probably looking at that saying, but it doesn't look bright enough. That's because we got it on pause.
Love it or your money back.
I gotta get ready to skedaddle. I gotta go pick up tape today. I need tape bad. Yeah. And poor widescreen, they don't show up nothing. The reason why the widescreen has value and always will have value is cheap to paint over. You're going to pay more for a gray screen than you're going to pay for a white screen. White screen is going to cost a lot of money. So if you get a fixed frame screen, one's gray, one's white, the gray is going to cost you more. White's going to be very cheap. That's the benefit of the white screen. The fact that you can paint over it and it's cheaper. All right, people, I got to figure out what is the ending date for our sale. After our sale is up, we're going to be removing all gallons off the site. The only gallons that will be available is the Infinity. Actually, we're going to be coating one of those today, too. The portable screen is going to have the Infinity attached to it. That Infinity outdoor paint that allow you to convert your inflatable screens into black OLED screens. We're going to be actually showing that off on the Pico projector outside. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to be removing all gallons. So if you're interested in getting gallons in this technology, well, you know, now's the time to strike, because after the sale is up, it's going to be removed. We're only going to be doing 32 ounces, and we're only going to be doing 24s. The gallons will be shifted toward, I think my one just died. We're only going to be doing gallons on the outdoor screen paint. That's it. And I should be charging my battery pack because I'm definitely going to be outside longer than, well, it should be like 2 hours, right? Should make that for 2 hours. But then again, time does fly fast. So, maybe out longer than that. So I need a battery pack unit. I gotta charge one of those up. On the road again. Alright. Now you notice, get on camera, and I talk about these individuals. There's no cursing, carrying on. Wait was cursing through the entire demonstration. Wow, that's horrible. That's very unprofessional. You know, calling people stupid, idiot, and we don't do that. So, well, yeah, when you guys do real dumb stuff, I have to call it what it is. I mean, come on, range game, come on. Really? I told you, man, look, YouTube, do me a favor. Set up a forum site on AVS Forums explaining range gain. So we can all come in there and listen to you explain to us how in the world did you get one paint to produce two different gains due to a paint and direction technique. Because I would love to hear this. I really would. But it's never going to happen because it doesn't exist. Just set something up in AVS Forums. I'll pop in. Slow color changer. Because I'm curious. Because if you ship that product down here, you got two choices. Your customers are going to pressure you, if you do have any, or your fan base is going to pressure you to send that paint to that P.O. box. You're going to have to send it sooner or later. There's no way to get around it. Which is interesting because you did remove the entire state of Pennsylvania, which means you're going to put it right back in. And you're going to send that product over to us. That's what you're going to do. Now that's going to make things bad for you. Because you're going to show that not only did you remove the entire state, but you had to put it back in to send the paint over to us. And your fan base is going to pressure the daylights out of you because, again, we're challenging everybody, including you. So you're going to send that product over to me for free. So I did offer to buy from you. I tried to buy from you. I offered to buy from you twice the amount at $120 with all the cancellations. So now you're going to ship it to me for free so you can back your products up 100%. That's what you're going to do. Now, if you sit there and say, well, I should ship my product to you, well, you claimed you have my products already, right? You said you went to my website and you did demonstrations on my products. We don't have yours over here. So if that's the case, why would you need me to ship something that you already have? All right, then ship it over to us. We'll be waiting. Shouldn't take long for it to get over here. And if you don't send it, then we automatically know from the door that your product doesn't do what you claim it does. I gotta get out of people. I gotta go pick up tape. I gotta get the containers ready for customers. I got a screen coming in for portables. The screen's coming in for the portables. So I get my customers all set up and ready to go. And yeah, we'll start showing you signs of the global page tomorrow. All right, gotta go. Thank you all and